Last video I did, we just in fact, all the video we've been doing since is just simply formatting. And I said we are going to dive into content writing. So before we go into the content writing, I discovered that some of us, we actually don't know how to get our recipe and how to generate content for our recipe and where to generate pictures for our recipe. It's just the formatting. So today I want to show you how to get your recipe, how to generate content for your recipe, how to generate pictures for your recipe, and another method of formatting. I promised that I am going to do three design for recipe, but I couldn't. I just did only one. So today I'm going to dive deep, and today's video you are going to learn a lot because I'm going to be talking a lot. Do you understand? So we are going to be doing intensive teaching. So all you need to do is to pay attention of everything that you have been doing. And I'm going to drop a group link for you to join in today, because I noticed that you people like coming to ask questions, and which is helpful for me, but I don't want you to stress out. So I'm going to drop a group link that you can ask your question. Not just ask your question, every formatting that you have been doing, you can be asking questions based on the formatting you've been doing for correction. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive in. So today I'm going to be exposing a lot to you. All right. So when it comes to getting my recipe, and this is method I've been using for years, and I've been telling my students, this is it. People actually don't showcase it, and we tend to focus on using AI. I specifically, majorly, I am not 100% dependent on AI. You understand? Based on the fact that I am a content writer, so I do a lot of research. To make sure that any information that I'm giving to my readers, they are factual. One of the reasons is because I aim for solving people's problem physically and, in fact, all around. And I make sure anything that I'm doing is unique. So today I'm going to be showing you everything that I said earlier. And if you're just joining us for the first time, I am King's Faith, the tutor of Arenar Teaching Center. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please watch this video to the end, because I'm going to be spilling a lot. And if you don't understand, you have to come back and re-watch it so you understand everything that I'm going to do. Today is an intensive teaching. Okay, so I don't want to say much. So I just want to go straight to the point. Do you understand? I'm going straight to the point. So when it comes to recipe, after I've gotten my content, I've generated my content, the next aspect is where I get my recipe from. So I'm going to be teaching deep on where I normally get my recipe from in another video when we start content writing. But for today, let me just go straight. I normally get my recipe from Pinterest. You see this Pinterest? This is where I get my recipe from. So if you don't have Pinterest, go and download Pinterest. Are you getting it? So I get my recipe from Pinterest. What I do is that I just come to the app, or if you can go to the site, I go to my search bar and I search for anything that I want to search for. Anything. Normally people come to this Pinterest to do what? Just to search for clothes, design, food and all that. But Pinterest is one of the major search engine. In fact, let me just teach about it. Pinterest is one of the major search engine in the internet. Is one of the major, just like Google, just like YouTube. So if you want to do anything, you want to learn anything, you can go through Pinterest. So the next After content writing, I'm going to teach Pinterest 101. Okay, so I'll just come and search. I'll just go to my search bar and I'll search for anything. So if let me say I want to generate recipe for menopause, I'll just go and search for menopause diet meal plan or menopause recipe. So I'll search for menopause recipe, and when I search for menopause recipe, I look for 2 major people. Okay, so you have to go and make your own research and search for it. Okay, so we scroll through. Any recipe you want to find is here. Any recipe you want. Is it smoothie? Is it juicy? Is it soup recipe? Is it salad? In fact, any recipe, any categories of recipe, they are in Pinterest. So, and Pinterest is another advertising platform where you can showcase your book. You can advertise your book and put your Amazon link inside. Nobody don't tell you, Abi, I don't tell you today. You put your Amazon link inside. What you need to do is to register and select the categories you want to be focusing on. As a writer, you need all the tools you need for your writing, Abi. So that should be your focus. So I'll just go and I'll search for recipe. I'll be looking, and when I look, any place you see read it, always check on it. So I'm going to be checking on read it. So I think I'm one of my WhatsApp. So I'm going to be searching on read it. Be careful whenever you are reading. You should by now know AI content. Okay, so you see, when you get here, you see a lot of write-up. You see how people are doing. This is a blog post, but it is done in Pinterest. So your own is you've already gotten your content, so you actually want to focus on recipe. So as you can see, they are explaining canned fish and all that. They explain a lot. Turmeric golden spice for inflammation. So these are recipes ideas. They're trying to explain the ingredients. Do you understand? So you can go through and see how it is done. Then you leave here. You keep on searching. In fact, how to get rid of menopause weight gain 13 tips. These are things that you can be adding in your book based on the research that you make. 15 food to eat and avoid. When writing a cookbook, I said it that you should always put foods to eat and food to avoid. Food to eat and what food to avoid in your cookbook. So you scroll through, you make sure that everything you need, you come and get it here. In fact, anything that you generate for your table of content, just be copying and pasting it here to get ideas for your book. So that in that way, you know that you are getting content based on dietitian and research or based on nutritionist research. So this is it, anti-inflammatory diet from recipe. So if let me say I want breakfast recipe. So if you want to be generating content, you can be coming here and you see exactly what people are writing on. So let me say menopause breakfast recipe. So you see a lot. You focus on dietitians, focus on nutritionists, focus on people that are certified. So they give you science-based recipe. They don't just give you recipe from ChatGPT. Science-based recipe. Are you getting? You see this Mary Claire. If you know Mary Claire, as a cookbook writer, you should know Mary Claire. She is one of the founder. So you see menopause super smoothie. So let's check on this one. We've seen it before. Seeing what I'm saying. So these are things you can be adding to your book. Are you getting it? You can be adding. Make sure everything tallies. I said I want to create a video on this, but I've been, my phone is filled up, so it's kind of somehow to me. So best breakfast for weight loss over 40. So let's check it. Okay, this is good. Read it. So we'll go through it. You go through it. All right. So this is table of content for what we are going to be getting today. Always go through their content to know if it is written by AI. Majority are written by AI, but it's AI that we are using. But focus on it. When you see this one, this one is not AI generated pictures. Are you getting? So some of them are science based. So look at the recipe: egg over sweet potato toast, breakfast skillet with veggies, 1 pot egg and veggies, kuno bowl with avocado and egg. So these are recipes. Are you getting it? These are what? Recipe: vegetarian breakfast, kuno breakfast. So this is a short one. I want to show you something. I'm not gonna be saying it, but pay attention. So I told you that I have 2 people where I normally search recipes from. So I'm gonna be all right. You see this person? This is a dietitian, a nutritionist, and everything about them is wow. Science base. Are you getting it? Science base. In fact, anything you want to write on. The reason why I don't want to say it is because how we are. We know ourselves. We know ourselves, but there are multiple blog posts, multiple dietitians. We know how we are, and so let me not say much. Please, this information, use it wisely. Do you understand? Don't abuse it. I beg of you, don't abuse it. So if you're not following, I thought I was following, but I wasn't, so I have to follow now. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Let me not use my mouth to say anything, but you are seeing what I'm saying. So you go through the one that concerns you. You go through the one that concerns you. So let's check on this 15 superfood breakfast recipe. So you see how she started her introduction. Not every introduction that ChatGPT gives to you that you are going to be using. In fact, I will send a group link. When you join, I'm going to send you files like how to craft introduction and how to write a cookbook. Then I have a prompt guide, although that prompt guide is not free, but I'm going to give you the free one to start using. Okay, so this is it. Before she normally writes on her recipes, she first of all explain it, just like the way we normally explain. Okay, so 15 breakfast recipe. So these are the 15 breakfast superfood recipe. What you just need to do is to come and copy. It's as simple as that. I don't want to copy the entire page, please. I don't want to copy the entire page. You click and you copy. So we are just working on only 2. Working on only 2. So as you copy, you go straight to your AI body. Go straight to your AI body and you interact with your AI. AI is too sweet, I beg. So I want you to help me rewrite something I got from Pinterest. I got for Pinterest. So my own is just to paste. It's going to rewrite it for me. You have to always rewrite to avoid plagiarism, please. Okay. 15 energizing superfood breakfast. So I want to confirm something. Let's go back. Let's go back. No, the ChatGPT is trying to give us everything just now. Breakfast yogurt, coconut berry, So I want to confirm if they tally. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Let it not be like I'm talking too much. You spot the difference, right? Okay. So these are science-based recipe. Science-based. They are tested. Tried and tested. If you want to know, let's click on it. They are tried and tested. Okay. So this one now, you see the entire word. So now, look at it. This is not AI generated picture. So here you get the recipe, how it is done. The ingredients, the nutritional facts, and the preparation method. So she's extensively explaining what this breakfast recipe is. You understand? Okay. In some aspects, but if you watch the video now, how to make super, if you have to watch the video, you see how to make it, but we don't have that time. So I don't want to waste. Okay, hello guys. Now that we have gotten our recipe from Pinterest, the next thing is to come and get our content. We have already rewrite it with ChatGPT. So I want to post a prompt, and I want to post the things that I need, and also how I want my content to look like. So I've already written out what I need. It's just for me to paste it. So I told ChatGPT I need a content written in a professional scientific tone that reflect the expertise of a dietitian or a researcher. The content should include factual information and be clearly written by a human without the use of AI generated text. Please ensure the following. So I had to list out everything that I need, so which you are seeing. So this is it, and I want to send it so that I can generate the content for us. So ChatGPT has given us what we asked for, but as I'm seeing the content is much. So I had to ask for it to concise it, okay? To concise it. The reason why I'm doing is to avoid too much plagiarism. And aside avoiding too much plagiarism, I want the format to come out well. The thing is, I've even created a video, but I was checking, I did not see it. So when you want to copy directly from ChatGPT, don't use the copy bar. Don't use this button like this. Are you getting? Because if you use it, your entire work will scatter. So you copy directly from your phone. Once you copy directly from your phone, you will copy perfectly well. You understand? Once you copy it, it will appear as it is in your phone like this. Okay. After collecting your content, the next thing to do is to check for plagiarism. So I want to use Duplichecker to check for my plagiarism. So although I've created the content, I've done this video before. As I'm editing it, I couldn't find it, so I had to recreate another one. So I will use Duplichecker to check to see if ChatGPT actually follow the guidelines that I gave to it. So right now I'm about to post the content gotten from ChatGPT so that we'll check for the plagiarism. So I'm going to prove that I am human, then I'll check for the plagiarism. Result is out, and we got it's like they've upgraded their platform. Wow. We've got 38% plagiarism, 62% unique. So let's check where was plagiarized. So this is actually the concise version. You see that in the concise version, there are not too much plagiarism. Okay? So our focus, what I normally do is that I just focus on the parts that is plagiarized only. Okay? So what about checking for the full content itself? Let's check for the full content, what we are going to get from the full content instead of the concise, So I've gone to copy the full content, and I want to check for the plagiarism so that we'll know what's up. So we are waiting for the feedback to see if ChatGPT really followed the guidelines as he said. We have 2 plays plagiarized. It's either I go to QuillBot to paraphrase only the plagiarized side and we check for plagiarism, or I go back and tell ChatGPT that my content is 25% plagiarized, so it should follow the guidelines properly. So sometimes the content gotten from ChatGPT without prompt are 100% unique. Not all, but some of the content are 100% unique. So without wasting much of your time, I'm trying to look at the place that is what plagiarized. So I've seen the first place. So that is where I am actually going to. So I'm going to copy the first place from our Google Docs, and I'm going to take it to QuillBot to what? Paraphrase it in standard version for us. Or I can take it to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to write it in basic American English again to avoid plagiarism, or just following same prompt. So you can employ that same method. So without wasting much of your time, for those of us that have not been doing plagiarism, this is the reason why I did it, so that you can see it. Then I'm going to show you how to paraphrase as well. So what I want to do now is to show you how to paraphrase on QuillBot. Yeah. For this QuillBot, just join the group link. Join the group link. It's not something that I can share online to get the premium version. So in QuillBot, you see the spelling there. For those of you that have not been using it, then I'll click on the paraphraser and I will just paste my content, the side that is plagiarized. Yeah. So let's paraphrase it, and wait, let me set it on. It's already on standard. The synonyms is already on standard. You can put it in anyone. Is that you put it on standard or natural, anyone, but I don't like fluency. So because we want to make it look humanly written. So I'm putting it on standard. Put parchment paper on a baking pan and preheat the oven too. So let's check. I copied it to my guys and see. QuillBot suffer me. This robot thing here. Praise the Lord. So let's check. Let's see if it will come out 100. Okay. So it's 100. So we will work on QuillBot. So my own is just to come and do what? Paste. Okay. My own is to come and paste. So right now we want to start formatting. I told you I'm going to show you the basic steps. And so now I want to go and generate a picture from Canva. Let's go and generate a picture from Canva. You can use ideogram. You want just to copy and paste the recipe. It's going to generate it for you. So now I want to generate a picture from Canva. So this is a square size with 400 on all sides. So you go to your elements. You go and search for frame. I normally use frame or grid. So you just position it so that anytime you want to put your picture, instead of you resizing your picture all the time, you just like it will just fit in immediately. So after you have put in your frame, is to go to your generate your own AI generator, AI image generator. So we click on recipe, just like this. Don't prompt it, just click on it and click on generate. So it's going to generate the picture for us. So our image is ready. You see the picture. So you only just to go through all of them and pick the one that you like. You can pick this one, you can pick this one, you can pick this one, you can pick this one. So let me say I pick this one, for instance. You pick the best, okay? So you just have to, since there's frame, you don't need to like resize it. Just there's a way you touch it and it's going to like fill in the page. So I will download it. Now that you know how to generate the picture. I'm not going to come back to Canva again. You already know how to use ideogram. When you get to ideogram, you use the same size. There's 3 sizes. So you use the square size to generate your recipe picture. So when you get to a ideogram, you use this same square size to generate your picture. Back to Google and confirm. Always confirm each recipe that you are generating. Always confirm each recipe. That's the only way you'll be able to use it. Do you understand? That's the only way you'll be able to use it. Okay, so this shows that the image we got from, you see the one I showed you, you see that one I showed you at Pinterest. Look at it here. So that's the only way you'll be able to know that your picture gotten from Canva is accurate, so therefore you can use it. So now that we've generated our picture, the next thing is to format. You already know the process, but for those of you that are just here, you always put it in print layout. Okay, put it into print layout. You click on your content, you select all, then you select all, position your font very well. Okay, so I'm using 12 for instance. Based on the letter size, you can use 13, but if you want to manage space, use 12. So I put it on New Time Roman, then I put it in the paragraph in all horizontal. It's already in 1.15. So this is the layout side. So now what we'll do now is, first of all, the method I want to employ now is we can alight on, there are different methods, but there's a particular one I want to show you so that you can do that one as well. So I'll just go to my table and click on my table. The reason why I can do that without any issue is because there is a management of content here. So put in heading 1. Go to my table, I fill it with the color. You can change it, which you already know. My battery is low. Go. Change the font to the best font that I love. So now that we have gotten this one, the next thing is, the last method I showed you is wrapping text. So this one is just, we are not wrapping any text today. We are just going to highlight everything. Go to our A sign, put it in layout, put your horizontal line, go back to your paragraph, put it in 1.15. Please, for you to make sure every content stands on its own page, endeavor to make sure your content are not much like this. Please, concise it. That's why I was trying to concise with ChatGPT. So, I always teach on space management. So I will go to my text and put it in normal. I'm trying to lift up the content. I'll go back again. I'll put it in normal. So we have a lot of space. You can either put your picture here. The last one we did, we put picture here, Abby. So today, let's put picture here. So I want to put picture here. So I just go to our image and pick on our image. Resize it. You see, this one, no, it's too small. Are you getting it? It's too what? Small. So imagine our content is short. I'm sorry, but I'm going to remove something out of here. Yes, imagine your content is not as much as this. You see the beauty out of it. Space management. So endeavor your content is concise. Prompt ChatGPT in such a way it's going to do it for you. So you get. So I want to increase our. It's already okay. It's already in 1.15, which is good. That one is good. So what I want to do now is put in. For those of you that cannot put fill, forget about it. Do you understand? But for those of you that can put fill, you already know that you are going to put a table here. Put your table here, fill it in, shift it, click on it, and go and put it in normal. Once you put it in normal, you see the way it will look like. Perfect. So you bold it, slant it, you change the font to New Time Roman, then you can feel it. Do you understand? So let me use darker shade now. Feel it, change your text to white. Okay, so that's it for this. You increase your picture, go to your A+, place normal again. Are you getting it? So increase your image. Increase your image. So it's concerns your work, or just make sure your work is not too much. If it's much like this, you are not going to be managing space, but rather we are going to be using 2-page for it. We're going to be using good. So another method is the same table. Okay, the same table. Then the second video I'm going to do is for the favor of those of us that cannot use fill. I don't like it when everybody is not like participating. It doesn't suit well with me. So you fill it. Remember to always change your font size. So you fill it in. Okay, you bold and slant. Always change your font whenever you are working. You see now that what I did here was I was cutting out content. Please don't cut out content. This is a disclaimer. Don't cut out content. I am cutting out content because I wanted it's based on, this is not the one I'm going to be uploading, but for you to see when your content is not that much, it gives your format a good look. Are you getting it? Please don't cut out your content. The only thing you can do is to ask for a concise version, or rather still, ingredients, preparation method, and nutritional facts and pro tip is more than enough. You can bring your health benefit before your recipe, and bioactive ingredients whatsoever before your recipe. They can just be in the beginning of the particular recipes. If it's breakfast recipes, you copy the entire breakfast recipe. Listen, copy the entire breakfast recipe, take it to AI, request that it should give you, like, it should give you 100 or 300 words if you want a whole page, 300 words of health benefit on all this recipe, bioactive ingredients, their effectiveness and all that. Then use it to form a content. So it's going to use it to form, and tell him not to list out the recipe, just talk about all the recipe in general, like generally, you get. So in that way, you'll be able to give your work the kind of look you want it to look like. So this is one. We successfully done one. So let's go to the second one. Mind you, whenever you are doing, please be careful, manage space. If your page is not full like this, I'm telling you, your work is going to fall out. And if you want to do formatting, the disadvantage of this format is that when generating table of content, if your work is too much, you're not going to get a table of content, except you're going to be linking it one after the other or renumbering it. So be mindful. Don't do much work. Do the one that you can carry. If you are doing 80 recipe, the content coming before your 80 recipe should be brief, so that the 80 recipe will carry just 80 page. Are you getting it? So the next one we're going to be looking out for, this is basically for people that are finding it hard to use, sorry guys, people are finding it hard to do style. So this is another method that I do. Let me change the text. Yeah, so I put my text and I will highlight it. Yes, I can use this red looks unique and beautiful. So I will highlight it. What I'll just do is to highlight everything again. There is no disadvantage as far you are here. Do you understand? Don't ever feel bad. So I'm still going to employ. Okay, let me see if we have a lot of spacing here. So as normal, we're going to add our picture. So I don't want to waste time. When it comes to formatting and you have not generated your picture, if you have other recipe picture, please don't forget, pay attention. You can use other recipe picture to format, but you are going to replace it later. Do you understand? So what I want to do, I just copy on this one. This is fast. I'll copy on it. I'm going to paste it here. So I'll copy and paste. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Oh my God, don't mind me. So what you want to do, hey God, English. What you are going to do next, is to like, just like this, and what, replace, take you back, replace it with the recipe picture. But for fast work, format down, then create your picture later. Format down and create your picture later. Replace it. Please don't forget to pay attention. No go give soup for stew, no go give stew for rice. Are you hearing me? Don't forget. So this one now, we are not going to be putting any pro tips in table. What we'll do is that we are going to highlight it and slant it. Are you paying attention? Then the next thing we are going to do is, I've already showed you how to like shift your work, so I'm not going to be shifting the work here. You highlight, then you start highlighting like the last video we did. You start what? Highlighting all the headings. So you start highlighting all the headings. One thing I will show you is, okay, I'm sorry, I want to cut out for me to be able to show you. There is no disadvantage here. You can add it to your work. So the thing I copied now, remember to, okay, let me not just say much. Highlight everything. Highlight. So I'll bring this 10 minutes here so that I can highlight this one. Okay, everything is coming into place. So shift it. When I shift it, take note, whenever you are shifting, your content will change. But endeavor to shift it because of space. So once you shift, you see that your content will change. It will change to error. So you have to change it back to new time word, Roman. Turn up. And no. So now we have highlighted it. So I want to extend the picture. I want to extend the picture. So imagine your pro tips now. This is our pro tip, Abby. So I'm copying it out. I'm cutting it out. So this is where our picture is, okay? Don't worry. Everything is going to fall in place. So we've successfully done everything to look all right. So I cut out our pro tips. For those of you that say, this table thing, I want to add it. How can I not add my table? How? I want to add table in my work. So it's simple. Paste it here. Let me remove the pro tips. Paste it here. What you do now is that if you can change the border color, no problem. If you cannot, highlight the text. Are you getting it? Highlight the text to any color you want. Then go and put it in. Don't slant it. Remove slant. Highlight it like this. You can say, no, this red is too sharp. You can use this color. You can use this color, and your highlight on this aspect should be on the color that you use for your this. So this is for my Android users that are finding it hard to fill in their table. So this method is the easiest method you can follow. Even for those that are feeling, we can also use this, because I normally use this particular method too in my cookbook. Are you getting it? And you see how unique it is. So don't give up. Don't ever give up. Are you getting it? So let me do this thing very well. Please don't give up, okay? Don't give up. There's so much thing you can do with this your phone. You don't know, but don't worry. We'll leak everything out. So this is it. So we have done what? We have done three recipe layouts. So we still have two more to go. There are many, but I'm just going to do just two. I can't do all of them, but from everything that I've been doing, use your own initiative to employ your own creativity. Are you getting it? All right, guys, this is the end of our video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on anything that you want, and I'm going to grant your request. Bye. Love you.